Good day everyone, I'm Teacher Teens and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about quartiles. Quartiles are the score points which divide a distribution into 4 equal parts. And this is now the illustration of quartile. So the whole is divided into 4 equal parts and each part is equal to 25%. And in quartiles, we have the lower quartile, which is Q sub 1, middle quartile is Q sub 2, and upper quartile is Q sub 3. So the location of lower quartile is located in that line wherein 25% of the data has value less than or equal to Q sub 1, or the lower quartile. And the middle quartile, 50% of the data has value less than or equal to the middle quartile or the Q sub 2. And for the upper quartile, 75% of the data has value less than or equal to Q sub 3. The formulas in getting quartiles. So for the lower quartile, we have Q sub 1 is equal to n plus 1 all over 4. For the middle quartile, Q sub 2 is equal to n plus 1 all over 2. And for the upper quartile, we have Q sub 3 is equal to 3 times the quantity of n plus 1 all over 4. Where n is the total number of items in the data distribution. And then the formula in finding the interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. And that is IR, so that is the interquartile range, is equal to Q sub 3, that is for the upper quartile, minus Q sub 1, that is for lower quartile. Let us discuss first quartiles for ungrouped data. Let's have example number 1. During the month of May 2023, Dr. Cortez recorded the number of recovered patients who came out to the hospital daily for 11 days. The results are 10, 8, 5, 9, 16, 13, 11, 4, 9, 3, and 10. Find the lower and upper quartile of the data. So first step is we're going to arrange the given data in ascending order, meaning we will arrange all the given data from the lowest to the highest. After arranging the given data in ascending order, next step is we're going to determine the lower quartile of the data. So we have Q sub 1 is equal to n plus 1 all over 4. So the value of n is 11 since we were given 11 data. So we have 11 plus 1 all over 4. So 11 plus 1 is equal to 12, and then divided by 4, so we have 3. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So meaning, the lower quartile is 5. So if Q sub 1 is equal to 3, so we're going to determine the third data in the given numbers or data. So we have 3, that is the first, 4 is the second, and 5 is the third. So therefore, the lower quartile is 5. Next, for the upper quartile, we have Q sub 3 is equal to 3 times the quantity of n plus 1 all over 4. So we're going to substitute the value of n, which is 11. So we have 3 times the quantity of 11 plus 1 all over 4. Next is 11 plus 1 is equal to 12 times 3 is equal to 36. And 36 divided by 4 is equal to 9. So, Q sub 3 is equal to 9. Therefore, the upper quartile of the given data is 11. 11 is in the 9th order of the given data. So, the answer now is the lower quartile is 5 and the upper quartile is 11. If we will interpret the result for the lower and upper quartile of the data, so we can say now Q sub 1 is the third observation. This means that 25% of the daily recovery patients is lower than or equal to 5. While the upper quartile, so Q sub 3 is the 9th observation. This means that 75% of the daily recovery patients is lower than or equal to 11. For example, number 2, the ages of the members of the committee in charge for Math Educator Society are 58, 63, 29, 33, 37, 55, 40, 52, and 49. Find Q sub 1, Q sub 2, Q sub 3, and the interquartile range. So we're going to solve for the value of Q sub 1 or the lower quartile. Q sub 2 is for the middle quartile, and Q sub 3 is for the upper quartile. And we're going to solve also for the value of IR. So first step is we're going to arrange the given data in ascending order, lowest to highest. So we have now 29, 33, 37, 40, 49, 52, 55, 58, and 63. After arranging the given data in ascending form, so we're going to solve for the lower quartile. That is Q sub 1 is equal to n plus 1 all over 4. The value of n is equal to 9 plus 1 is 10 and then divided by 4. So 10 divided by 4 is equal to 2.5. Since the value of Q sub 1 is not a whole number, so here we're going to use the linear interpolation. So that is lower value plus the decimal part times higher value minus lower value. So here we have Q sub 1 is equal to 33. So where did we get 33? Since we have 2.5, so 2, that is the second data or the second observation, so we have 33. 29, that is the first, and 33, that is the second. That's why we have 33. And then plus the decimal is, or the decimal part is 0.5. And then the higher value is 37. That is the number which is greater than 33 in the distribution, or the number next to 33 is 37. And then minus the lower value is 33. And then simplify. So we have 33 plus 0.5. So 37 minus 33 is equal to 4. Next is we're going to multiply 4 by 0.5. So we have 33 plus 2. 2 times 0.5 times 4 is equal to 2. And 33 plus 2 is equal to 35. So this means that 25% of the members' ages are lower than or equal to 35. Next is we're going to solve for the middle quartile. So we have Q sub 2 is equal to n plus 1 all over 2. And then we're going to substitute the value of n. which is 9. So here we have 9 data. So 9 observation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, divided by 2 is equal to 5. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So Q sub 2 is equal to 5, meaning the fifth observation or the middle quartile is the fifth observation in the given data, which is 49. So Q sub 2, which is the fifth observation, is 49. So this means that 50% of the members' ages are lower than or equal to 49. Next is we're going to solve for the upper quartile. That is Q sub 3 is equal to 3 times the quantity of n plus 1 all over 4. So we're going to substitute the value of n, which is 9. So we have 3 times the quantity of 9 plus 1 all over 4. So 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, and then times 3 is equal to 30 over 4. So 30 divided by 4 is equal to 7.5. And since the given or the value of Q sub 3 is not a whole number, so again, we're going to use the linear interpolation. So that is lower value plus the decimal part times higher value minus lower value. So we have Q sub 3 is equal to 55. The seventh observation in the given data is 55. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the seventh observation, which is 55. So that will be our lower value. And then the decimal part is 0.5. So we have 0.5 here. And then the higher value, that is the number next to 55. So that is 58. 58 is the higher value and 55 is the lower value. So we have 58 minus 55 is equal to 3. And then 0.5 times 3 is equal to 1.5. So 55 plus 1.5 is equal to 56.5. Q sub 3 is equal to 56.5. So therefore, or the meaning of the result for Q sub 3 is 75% of the members' ages are lower than or equal to 56.5. Next is we're going to determine the interquartile range. So the formula in finding the interquartile range is IR is equal to Q sub 3 minus Q sub 1. Wherein Q sub 3, that is the upper quartile, and Q sub 1, that is the lower quartile. So we have now here 56.5, that is the upper quartile, that is our answer a while back. And then Q sub 1 is 35. And then 56.5 minus 35 is equal to 21.5. So the interquartile range is 21.5. So this means that the range of the middle 50% of the members' ages is 21.5. Let us discuss now quartiles for group data. The formula for quartile for group data, we have Q sub K is equal to LB plus the quantity of Kn over 4 minus CF sub B all over FQK times I. Wherein LB, that is the lower boundary of the Q sub K class or the quartile class. And then N is the total number of frequency. CF sub B is the cumulative frequency of the class before the QK class. F sub QK is equal to frequency of the QK class. And I, that is the size of the interval. Let's have now the steps in solving the quartile for group data. So first is, or step 1 is, identify the lower class boundaries. Step 2, identify the less than cumulative frequency. Step 3, identify the quartile class, that is Kn over 4. And step 4, substitute the values to the formula and solve. Let's have example number 1. Calculate Q sub 1, Q sub 2, and Q sub 3 of the mathematics test scores of 50 students. So let us consider now the table of distribution. So we have the frequency for 21 to 25 is 6. For 26 to 30 is 12. That is the frequency 12. And then for the interval 31 to 35, the frequency is 9. For the interval 36 to 40, the frequency is 11. For the class interval 41 to 45, the frequency is 8. And for the class interval 46 to 50, the frequency is 4. So first step is we're going to determine the lower boundaries. So we have 20.5 for the class interval 20 to 25. So that is, you will just get the lowest number or the lower number in the class interval and then subtract 0.5. So 20 minus 0.5 is 20.5. Next, for 26 to 30, so we're going to subtract 0.5 from 26, so that is 25.5. Next, 31 minus 0.5 is equal to 30.5. Next, 36 minus 0.5, that is 35.5. And then next, 41 minus 0.5 is 40.5. And 46 minus 0.5 is equal to 45.5. And then for the less than cumulative frequency, so we will start from the frequency of 21 to 25, which is 6. And then 6 plus 12. So we're going to add 6 plus 12, that is the next frequency. So the answer is 18. Next is 18 plus 9. Next frequency is 9. So 18 plus 9 is equal to 27. Next, 27 plus 11 is equal to 38. And then next, 38 plus 8, that is the next frequency after 11. So the answer is 46. And then 46 plus 4 is equal to 50. Next step is we're going to solve for the lower quartile. For the lower quartile class. So we have Kn all over 4. So the value of K is 1. In the quartile for group data, lower quartile, the value of K for lower quartile is 1. The value of K for the middle quartile is 2. And the value of K for the upper quartile is 3. So here, since we were asked to determine the lower quartile class, so therefore, the value of K is 1. And the value of N is 50. That is the total of the frequency, which is 50. And then 1 times 50 is 50. Divided by 4 is equal to 12.5. So that is the lower quartile class. And 12.5 is located here. So we're going to consider the cumulative frequency, the less than cumulative frequency. So here, the first one is 6, and then next is 18. Since the lower quartile class is 12.5, so 12.5 is located in this data. Okay, so next is we're going to determine the lower boundary. The lower boundary of the lower quartile class is 25.5. And then next is the value of n is 50. That is the total of the frequency. Next is the cumulative frequency. So below cumulative frequency of the lower quartile class, or the cumulative frequency below the lower quartile class, which is 6. So since this is the lower quartile class, so therefore CFB is 6. Next is for the frequency of lower quartile class is 12. So this is the frequency for the lower quartile class, 12. And then next is for the interval. The interval of the given data is 5. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So therefore the interval is 5. Next is we're going to solve for Q sub k. And the given values, we have Kn over 4 is 12.5. That is the lower quartile class. And then LB is 25.5. That is the lower boundary, which is 25.5. And then N, that is the total of the frequency, is 50. And then CFB is 6. That is the cumulative frequency below the lower quartile class. And then FQ1, so that is the frequency of the lower quartile, which is 12. And I, that is the interval, which is equal to 5. So the formula is Q sub k is equal to LB plus the quantity of Kn over 4 minus CFB all over FQK times I. So we're going to substitute the value in the formula. So we have Q sub 1. Since we're going to solve for the lower quartile, the value of K is 1. And then that is equal to LB. LB, or the lower boundary, is 25.5 plus Kn over 4, that is equal to 12.5, minus the cumulative frequency below the lower quartile class is 6, and the frequency of the quartile class is 12, and the interval is 5. Next is we're going to simplify. So 12.5 minus 6 is equal to 6.5, and then simplify. So 6.5 divided by 12 times 5 is equal to 2.71. So 25.5 plus 2.71 is equal to 28.21. So Q sub 1, or the lower quartile, is 28.21. Let's solve now for the middle quartile. So solve for the middle quartile class, wherein we have Kn over 4. The value of K is 2, since we're going to solve for the middle quartile class. And then the value of N is 50. That is the total frequency. And we will divide it by 4. So 2 times 50 is 100. 100 divided by 4 is equal to 25. And the middle quartile class is located here. So, since the value for the middle quartile class is 25, so 25 is located in this data. Okay, next is we're going to determine the lower boundary of the middle quartile class, which is 30.5. Next is the total frequency is 50. And then for the cumulative frequency below the middle quartile class is 18. So this is the cumulative frequency of below the middle quartile class. Since this is the middle quartile class, so therefore CFB is 18. And then next is for the frequency of the middle quartile class, which is 9. And the interval is 5. Next step is we're going to solve for Q sub K. So let us recall first the given values. So Kn over 4 is equal to 25. That is the middle quartile class, which is 25. And then the lower boundary is 30.5. The value of n, or the total frequency, is 50. And then the cumulative frequency below the middle quartile class is 18. That is CFB. And then the frequency of the middle quartile class is 9. And the interval is 5. And the formula, so we're going to substitute the values of LB and CFB, Fi, and Kn over 4 in the formula. So we have the value of K is 2. Q sub 2 is equal to, the lower boundary is 30.5, or LB is equal to 30.5, plus the quantity of Kn over 4, that is equal to 25, minus CFB, that is the cumulative frequency below the middle quartile class, is 18, all over the frequency of the middle quartile class is 9. And then the interval is 5. Next step is we're going to simplify. So 25 minus 18 is equal to 7 over 9 times 5. So we have 30.5. Q sub 2 is equal to 30.5 plus 7 divided by 9 times 5 is equal to 3.89. And 30.5 plus 3.89 is equal to 34.39. So Q sub 2 is equal to 34.39, or the middle quartile is equal to 34.39. Next is we're going to solve for the upper quartile. So we're going to solve for the upper quartile class. The value of K in the upper quartile class is 3. So we have Kn over 4, that is equal to 3. That is the value of K. And then the value of N is 50. That is the total frequency, all over 4. 3 times 50 is 150 divided by 4 is equal to 37.5. So 37.5 is located here. So here, we're going to look for the location of 37.5 in the cumulative frequency. So 37.5 is located here. Okay. And then, next is we're going to determine the value of LB, or the lower boundary of the upper quartile class, which is 35.5. Next is for the value of N, which is 50. Next is the cumulative frequency below the upper quartile class, so that is 27. The cumulative frequency below below 38 is 27. Next is for the frequency of the upper quartile class is 11, and the interval is 5. Solution for the upper quartile class. So we have Kn over 4 is equal to 37.5. So that is the upper quartile class. And then lower boundary of the upper quartile class is 35.5. The value of N is equal to 50. CFB is equal to 27. That is the cumulative frequency below the upper quartile class. And then the frequency of the upper quartile class is 11. And the interval is 5. So we're going to substitute now the given values in the formula. So we have Q sub 3 is equal to the lower boundary is 35.5 plus the quantity of the upper quartile class is 37.5 minus the cumulative frequency below the upper quartile class is 27 all over the frequency of the upper quartile class is 11 times the interval, which is 5. Next is we're going to simplify 37.5 minus 27 is equal to 10.5 over 11 times 5. And then 10.5 divided by 11 times 5 is equal to 4.77. So 35.5 plus 4.77 is equal to 40.27. So the upper quartile or Q sub 3 is equal to 40.27. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.